There are moments in professional wrestling where the script just doesn't matter anymore, where the outcome feels bigger than the business itself. And on April the 6th, 2014, a cover is made. The referee slides into position 1, 2, 3, and 70,000 people inside the arena forget how to react. There was no cheers, no booing, just silence. Because something that wasn't supposed to end just did. Welcome to the Cheap Pop Society. I'm your host, Trav, and tonight we're diving into something that blurred the line between storyline and legend. Stay with me because the moment the streak ends isn't how you remember it. For over 2 decades, one man walked into WrestleMania and walked out undefeated. No controversy, no fluke, no escape, just victory after victory after victory. This is the story of dominance, of mythology, and of the night that everything changed. This is the streak. Rise, reign, and ruin.
Booking sheets and double turns, politics and slow burns, booking blunders, legends made, cities cheered and empires fade, tape trade tales, late night shows, broken noses, borrowed robes, line them up, we call the spot, give you all the weird they forgot. Cheap pop history. Let the crowd go wild on the memory. Every fail, every brawl, every mystery. Step inside the ring with cheap pop history.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. We're so excited to bring you tonight's episode and to announce that before we get back to the show, Cheap Pop Society is brought to you by DodgersTailgate.com. If you're a Los Angeles Dodgers fan looking for the latest news, rumors, game breakdowns, and fan takes, DodgersTailgate.com has you covered. It's a place Dodger fans go to stay in the loop. So check it out now at DodgersTailgate.com, where Dodgers fans stay in the know. See, it didn't just start as history. It started as just another match. At WrestleMania 7, The Undertaker defeated Jimmy Superfly Snuka. There was no hype about a streak. There wasn't any announcers foreshadowing any kind of greatness. It was just a dominant new character doing what monsters do, winning. Following year at WrestleMania 8, The Undertaker defeated Jake the Snake Roberts. At WrestleMania 9, he defeated Giant Gonzalez. So there we have it. 3 wins, 3 very different opponents. But still, no one was calling it anything special, and that's because nobody was counting. By the mid-1990s, something unusual started to form. Year after year, The Undertaker just didn't lose. And in wrestling, that's not particularly normal. See, careers are built on trading wins. Even legends fall, but not him. At WrestleMania 11, he defeats King Kong Bundy. At WrestleMania 12, it's Diesel. Then comes a turning point. At WrestleMania 13, The Undertaker defeats Psycho Sid and wins the WWE Championship. Now the streak isn't just happening, it's being noticed. See, by the time he reaches 7-0, then 8-0, fans started asking questions. Wait, has Undertaker ever lost at WrestleMania? The answer? No. And suddenly, every match felt different. At WrestleMania 17, he went against Triple H for the first time on the WrestleMania stage. And this wasn't just another opponent, this was a main event level star, and he still couldn't do it. Then came 10-0 at WrestleMania 18 against Ric Flair. You might think the streak became legendary because of dominance, but the truth is, it became legendary because fans believed each year that it could actually come to an end. See, here's what made it special. Every year, WWE gave you just enough doubt, a near fall, a submission, a moment where you leaned forward and thought, this might be it. That's what turned matches into experiences. At WrestleMania 21, Randy Orton tried to become his gimmick. He tried to become the legend killer. The story was perfect. You had a young star going against an established icon. The young star just looking for that one defining moment. And for a split second, you believed, but belief wasn't enough. Then came the era that changed everything. At WrestleMania 25, you had The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in what's widely considered the best WrestleMania match ever, in what's considered by many, even yet, the best wrestling match ever. But you see, this wasn't just a match, it was art. Every kick out felt impossible, every second stretched time. Even the cameraman collapsed trying to follow the action. And when it ended, the streak lived, but barely. 1 year later at WrestleMania 26, they raised the stakes yet again. This time, Shawn Michaels' career versus Undertaker's streak. This time, it wasn't just about winning, it was about survival. When Shawn Michaels slapped him, begging for one more shot, you knew it was over. Not the streak, but something else. An era. After that, the streak didn't feel breakable. It felt scripted into eternity. WrestleMania 28 was a Hell in a Cell match, The Undertaker versus Triple H, with Shawn Michaels as a special referee, with three legends, one story, billed as the end of an era. And it felt like the streak was the last piece of that era still standing. 20-0, untouchable. Fast forward to April the 6th, 2014. It's the night of WrestleMania 30. Because what happened that night almost didn't happen at all. The Undertaker was hurt, physically worn down, and across the ring stood a different kind of threat. Brock Lesnar! Not a storyteller, not a technician, a destroyer. The match felt off, slow, uncomfortable, and then the F5. The cover, the count. 1, 2, 3. Inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, time stopped. Even the graphic 21-1 looked wrong. Like it was a typo, like something that needed to be corrected. But it wasn't. Fans didn't celebrate, they processed. Some sat down, some cried, some just stared. Because the streak wasn't just a storyline, it was a constant, a guarantee. And now, it was gone. Ending the streak was a risk, a massive one, but it created something rare, a real moment. Not scripted, not predictable, just real. And Brock Lesnar became the man who did the impossible. It wasn't the best match, partially due to Undertaker's injury very early on in the match. It wasn't the best story, but was the most shocking result in WrestleMania history. 21-1 isn't just a record, it's a reminder that even in a scripted world, you can still feel something real. The streak made WrestleMania feel bigger. It gave every match stakes, and it gave one character true immortality. Some moments in wrestling fade, some matches get replaced, some legacies get rewritten, but this is one of those things you'll never forget where you were the night the streak ended. The night that the myth died. And the night that wrestling reminded you why you fell in love with it in the first place. This has been the Cheap Pop Society. And remember, sometimes the biggest moments aren't the ones you cheer, they're the ones that leave you speechless. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And share it with a friend who loves wrestling as much as you do. And remember, the stories, they don't stop here. And until next time, keep chasing that cheap pop, my friends.